Hey there, it's Crafty Jenabug. Welcome to another video in my March Junk Journal series. I'm so excited to be working in this journal again. Still, first things first, we gotta remove the flowers and hide them where my cat can't find them, because otherwise it's gonna get ugly. All right, today I want to use more of this masterboard I made in an earlier video. And I want to make another belly band, maybe, or a tuck spot, I'm not sure which. And I want to do it in the first section of the journal, in the first signature, because I already have it here. I have some of it here as a belly band. So this is the page that I chose for this. I went ahead and marked where I need to cut it. I think I want to use these funky scissors. It looks kind of like torn paper. I lost some of my height. No, I don't really want it sticking out the side. Okay. That's gonna dry. And in the meantime, I think this is driving me nuts. See, over here, I just glued it this way and made a side pocket out of it. But this is such a weird shape. I mean, the only thing I can really think of to do would be to rip it here and make it a tuck spot, which actually is what I think I will do. Okay, yeah, I like that much better, actually. And then just make it a tuck spot. You can still see all the leaves, yeah. It'll be a little tuck spot. I need a way to decorate it. I actually really like that. I think it ties in well with this shape I got going on over here. I like the color of it. You know what, this would probably be so much easier with the matte gel. Alright, I have stuck this little flower here. And I'm waiting for this glue, for the matte gel to dry. In the meantime, I'm going to put this aside, and I've got these two die cut butterflies. I'm working on a tag for this tuck spot here while it's drying as well. And I want to put these, I want to spray these with some Distress Oxide sprays. Alright, I'm going to start off with some Mowed Lawn Distress Oxide spray. And I'm going to dry them. Alright, now that I've done that, I ended up spraying a little bit more Mowed Lawn on the bigger butterfly. I'm going to use this Distress Spray stain. This is not an oxide spray, so it won't change when liquid hits it, but that green will. So, let's see. I just want some splatters. Now I'm going to dry those. Alright, the butterflies have dried, and I glued their bodies and in the case of this one, it's antenna, to this card, but the wings themselves are still free. I rounded the edges, and then I distressed the edges with Vintage Photo Distress Oxide, and on the back I put Vintage Photo all over it, distressed the edges a bit, and then dribbled a little bit of water and wiped it off with a paper towel. And a couple of the places where the paper towel was wet changed as well, and I think that's just really cool. Now what I want to do is sew down the bodies very carefully, one single line, and then not take it all the way to the edge, just kind of start it and end it partially in here. So that's next. Alright, here is how it ended up looking. I ended up with a snag down here, and I'm not mad about it actually. I just put a little dot of glue there to keep it intact and to keep it stuck to the paper. I put a little dot of glue on the top of the stitch line as well. And on the back I've got a snag as well, which is kind of interesting to me. Glue dot, just to hold the stitches in place. And that is done. It will go in that, in the tuck spot. It'll go in the tuck spot that I made out of the masterboard. So that's going to go to the side to dry very carefully. All right, that is dry. This is dry. I'm not sure yet what will go in this pocket. I have not figured that out yet. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure what's going to go in this pocket yet, but over here in the center of the signature, I cut out this giant butterfly die cut on some brown cardstock, and I really want it to go right here in the middle. And I did something similar with the hearts in the February journal, and it kind of backfired. So I'm hoping it didn't really backfire so much as it was really difficult to close. Okay, I gotta let that dry and I'll be back. Alright, I decided to add a sentiment off camera because I was fighting with layout, and still I'm not incredibly pleased with the way I ended up laying it out. It says, perhaps the butterfly is proof you can go through a great deal of darkness and still become something beautiful. It's a really pretty quote. Kind of makes me want to emboss some of this butterfly. I could do just the tips. I really should have done that before I put it in the book. So now I'm unsure. I'm going to think on that for a bit, but either way, I thought this was really pretty for a centerpiece. Centerfold? I guess it would be centerfold. This is my centerfold. As my daughter would say, you made cringe content. Anywho, that spread is done. This page, I kind of want to add that. All right, I'm going to figure out some sort of collage with this, and I'll be back. So this is what I ended up going with for this page. Put this piece of scrap packing paper with some Distress Oxide ink sprayed on it. Behind, it kind of sticks out, makes a little page tab. Some masking tape up here on the corner, and I stamped a butterfly with the permanent ground espresso ink on a piece of tea-dyed scrap paper, and stuck it right there. Very simple, but I like it. And then I'm not sure what to do here yet. Maybe something similar to this. I don't know. But on this page, I have these. I dyed this little piece of scrap cardstock with distress sprays, And then I stamped Hello Spring on it in ground espresso, permanent ink. And I have this little piece of scrap behind it, and I think I'm going to make a double pocket. But before I glue the pocket itself down, I'm going to, I think I want some plants to look like they're coming out of here, so I might do some stamping or some stenciling. So I'm going to glue this together and figure out what I want to do next. So I did a few things off camera for the sake of, I was messing around with ideas and trying to figure it out. On this page, I ended up using some stickers of pansies. To me, pansies are always a herald of spring. They're one of the few, I mean, they actually bloom through the winter here, but they kind of get me through to spring, the winter to spring in a way. So I thought they deserved a little place. And on this, in these pockets, I have this I cut out of a piece of scrapbook paper a while ago. I distressed around the edges with vintage photo, and I thought it just looked really good peeking, you know, with the pansies peeking behind it. And then this is part of the masterboard I made, and I inked around it a vintage photo and thought it would look really cute here in the front. And then on this page, I had this little green frame. It was part of a scrapbook paper pad that had like punch out pieces, and I thought it would look really cute there. It was almost the right size to fit the page. And then I just started placing things around it and on it, and these flowers look like they're growing out of the frame, which is really cool to me. And then the butterfly on top, and I put the sentiment, grow through what you go through. And it just, I don't know, it seemed really fitting. I don't have a whole lot of sentiments in this beginning section, so that really seemed to stick. So a little bit of the butterflies peeking up from the top. I still need a tag for here. I have not figured one out yet. I thought about just using a pre-made tag since I have, you know, but I have one here. So there are a lot of butterflies in this beginning section. It just occurred to me. So it's another couple of pages done. Now I have these. I'm just kind of going with it at this point. Remember how I said I wanted to use that butterfly bit from that scrapbook paper as a tuck spot? I'm going to use it on this page. I think that's really cute. Alright, while waiting for this to dry, I did this little collage thing. And this is a little pocket for a tiny tag. I like what I've done, and something is either missing here or this needs to go. I think I'm just going to rip that bottom part off. So that I'm happy with it again. Yep. That was the answer. Although now I kind of feel like I need to rip it here. But chaos. Does feel like it's missing something here though. But I think this needs some wild honey splatters. I think that one is now complete, except for a tag, of course. So, this page I just did, and on the other side, I wanted to add this postcard I made during Defemember. It's a little bunny peeking out of a tuck spot, hidey hole postcard thing. And I wanted it on this page, but I couldn't figure out how to attach it in a way that wouldn't hide. I didn't want to just put it in a pocket. I didn't want to just put it in a tuck spot. It's kind of dimensional. Paperclip. One of the paper clips I made like in the first video. And on this side it looks perfect. And then the fact that it says wishes works even better for me. awesome. Love it. I mean, it's not the sturdiest right here, but okay, there we go. I tightened it. Sweet. Yes. I wanted to use that bunny somewhere in here, and I wasn't sure how I would get to use it. I was struggling with that. So, yay, my bunny got a home. I love it. And it's going to look like this is teasing him out. Sweet. So a few pages over from the bunny, on this page, which is the back of my fern. No, I'm sorry. It's 2 pages from my fern. I got this little guy out of a calendar. I mean, it was a full page picture, but I thought it would look really cute as a tuck spot. And then, as you're flipping through, you're like, what's that? You know, kind of thing. Ah, hello. So that's what I'm going to do here. It's kind of an unconventional tuck spot, but this is a chaotic journal, so I don't know yet what will go there, but I love the fact that I have him hiding in there. You know, it's a antelope? No. I think it's an elk. Maybe I should do some greenery down here with a stencil. Yeah, we'll do that one. And we will use Rustic Wilderness. All right. You saw me glue down this little collage thing. I'm not 100% happy with it. I think maybe it needs a sentiment or something, or maybe I should have added more leaves. I have more leaves. I could add more. But this leaf dimensional sticker with a rhinestone seemed like it worked kind of well. And then it looks like more leaves are hiding my elk, who will have a tag tucked in. And then, of course, a couple pages later, we've got the giant ferns growing out. Lots of plants, lots of planty elements on this one. I've still got a few pages to figure out. For the centerpiece of the second signature, I decided to take this beautiful scrapbook paper and cut it in half, glue it down so that the image matches up, and then just use this as some journaling space. I did take the Vintage Photo Distress Oxide ink pad and just kind of run it along the edges to kind of give it a little bit more distressed look. Simple, but I really like it. I think it adds a little bit of calm to the chaos of this journal. And I think it's kind of needed because it's getting a little crazy up in here. So I think that's where I'm going to end this video, actually. This might be a short one. I did a few things off camera. Let me see. We did this. I added this, came from packaging of some daffodils that I have. And I just thought it looked kind of neat in this pocket along with this other tag. We still have these to do. I did this. I can't remember if I filmed that or not. This was just a piece of the masterboard, and I glued it down so that it's a tuck spot. And I have a little bit of tea bag here underneath it. And I feel like it's missing something here. I got to think about that for a bit. On the back of it, I glued this. I put down a dragonfly stencil and spritzed around it. It was more like those cardboard stencils that kids use. This was what you pop out to make the stencil. I used some thin fabric that I dyed with Distress Oxide inks and a little bit of packing paper. This page still needs to be done. I did this. Perhaps the butterfly is proof you can go through a great deal of darkness and still become something beautiful. That one, I did that page. Did I do that? Yeah, these were done in this video also, I believe. I think. I'm losing track of time. Couple of things. I think I'm going to leave this page blank because I like it so much, or maybe just add a little decorative element down here. This page wants something. These pages, I think I'll leave those blank. This needs a tag. That was last video. This page, this page, this page. These two need something. Those two need something. Those are completed. This is the centerpiece of the second signature that I did. This page is going to get something, I think. This I'm going to leave blank. This needs a tag. Those two, the fern, this page, that I'm going to leave blank or add just a little decorative element to. Still want to do something there, and then this last page. So we still have quite a few pages to go. But this is where I'm leaving it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and hope you're enjoying this. I certainly am, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.